All summer long, people come in every day asking what makes a performance longboard and what makes a longboard handle differently from other ones. So we're going to go over a few of the different types and what differs them from both the competition and from each other. Your standard board, which is most common, runs to about a 46-inch long pintail. When you have a longer pintail, you usually have a couple of features that make them good for your average rider. The board tapers in both the front and the back, making excellent wheel clearance so you can really get some lean out of it. And there's a lot of foot space for your inexperienced rider to occupy so that they don't worry about getting off balance or sliding out. Pintails tend to have a longer wheelbase, giving some false stability at first. However, they don't turn quite as sharp due to that longer wheelbase, similar to how a longer car won't have near the agility of a shorter car. Your riders interested in a little bit more agility and performance will generally drop to a board around 28 or 38 inches. A 38-inch board is going to have a much shorter wheelbase and oftentimes have a tail allowing you to pivot the board. The shorter wheelbase makes the board turn a lot sharper and quicker, and a lot of boards in this length will have a camber, which is this general flex pattern to the board right here. This allows the board to compress under your feet and give you a real good snap in and out of the turns, similar to how a snowboard feels. The only downside to a board of this style is they don't have near the stability of their stiffer counterparts, and so when you get into downhill situations, they may not be the right tool for the job. When people start to seek a more performance-oriented board than this, they'll generally start looking at some interesting shapes. As most people start to seek more performance-based models, they may start to look at a board that drops through the top. Drop-through boards generally will have sharper cutaways, allowing you to lean much further and allowing your wheels to not hit the board while doing so. Drop-through models tend to offer a lower center of gravity for a little more stability, while still allowing you to have some flex if you so choose. This particular model is made out of bamboo for vibration dampening as well. The only downside to drop-through models for inexperienced riders, they really don't have near the foot space that they do on a larger top-mounted skateboard. From there, generally riders looking for higher performance will start to seek downhill-specific models. Downhill models, like this particular model from the Sector 9 Downhill division, will generally be almost custom 100% of the time. Meaning boards like this are not usually sold as completes. It's up to the individual skateboard shop to put them together and spec them out. This board we have spec'd out in order to be great for all-around riding and downhill riding as well. Downhill boards will often have a steeper concave for greater leverage, and they will often have a little bit shorter wheelbase for agility. Most of your fun downhills will have lots of turns to them. Boards like this will also tend to have greater traction because they will have harder lipped wheels with a little bit more bite to them. People who seek even a little bit more speed than this will start to look at lowered speed boards. Lowered boards will offer an even greater center of gravity, such as this board. This board is the Land Yachts Evo. As you can see, the person actually rides lower than where the trucks mount to the skateboard. This allows you to have a lower center of gravity and a more rocked feel, so the board will actually feel like it rocks under you instead of lean. This allows you to get excellent traction and bite, and also allows the board to steer more from the front because they can change the angles of the trucks mount and how they mount instead of the way the back is mounted, where it's mounted down and it steers less from the rear. This allows the board to turn more like a car, giving you increased stability and traction. Boards like this are generally built 100% custom as well and set up by the individual shop in order to ensure that there are no mistakes in how the board is designed or how the performance is delivered to the rider.